Good. Okay. You're my guest. Don't you start. Gotta figure out what's going on with that. Turn it around the corner. Perfect. All right, everybody. This is the Poncho Blazing ATM. This is Poncho. I'm sorry. Yep. Lord, I'm tired. Put something in my mouth real quick. Some food. Whoa. All right. That chicken is very good. That's what I needed. Ooh-wee. That chicken is very good. Oh, have mercy. Swallow that down with some drink real quick. All right. Woo. I had to put that down real quick. Y'all getting a live blooper, by the way, too. Y'all definitely getting a live blooper today. Woo. That chicken will be very good. Show them, hey, beautiful. Hello. That blue truck. Her fine self. Okay. All right, everybody. This is Poncho Blazing ATM, aka Reverend Joseph James Holland, at your service, and I'm the social media and YouTube legend and future first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized, staying saved, living right, doing God's will, and keeping heaven my home. And on this, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast, episode 153. So this is the 153rd episode of the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast, and I'm so excited to see everybody, and somebody say everybody for tuning in all around the world. Whether you're tuning in from the live stream or whether you're tuning in from the previous recording, I appreciate everybody tuning in. And to all the YouTube Live Nation chat, I appreciate all YouTube Live Nation chat for tuning in. And as always, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page in Poncho Holland Vivo in order to receive live notifications and to join the YouTube Live Nation chat. And just a couple quick announcements real quickly before we begin. The Talking Ponchos Palace podcast will resume. So tomorrow, the 155th and 156th episode of the Talking Ponchos Palace will officially be out and will officially be live tomorrow. And in addition to that, this Thursday, Facebook Live with Poncho Blazing ATM episode 8 will be exclusively on Facebook. So this Thursday, Facebook Live with Poncho Blazing ATM episode 8 will exclusively be only on Facebook. And this Friday, the 157th and 158th episode of the Talk of Ponchos Palace will be on. So this coming Friday, the 157th and 158th episode of the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast will officially be out and live. And it looks like I do see a couple people tuning in the YouTube Live Nation chat. So let's see who we got at this time. At this time, it looks like we got Cat Podcast. Excited to see you here. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. And it looks like we've got Solman G. Solman G, you're tuning in for the first time, looks like it. Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. And it looks like we got Gypsy Generation. Gypsy Generation, hello, thank you for tuning in to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. How old and where you're from. Yes, now, ever since I was born, that's when I've known that I was part black. So I'm actually half black and half white. So my native is half black and half white. But for those of you all that don't know, you will know for the first time ever that not only am I half white and half black, but I do got some Indian and some French and some Creole in me. So I do got some Indian, French, and Creole in me also. And I appreciate you asking that, Gypsy Generation. Hey, that's a very important question. So thank you for asking that question. That means a lot to me. And if you're tuning in for the first time ever live in any of my live streams, let me know officially, so that way we can shout you out properly and give you a warm welcome officially. Oh yes. Hey, I'm definitely half white on my dad's side of the family. So my dad's side of the family, his family is mostly white. So that's how I became half white, along with being half black. So my mom's side of the family is a black, and my dad's side of the family is a white. So that's why I'm half black and half white. And yes, of course, I definitely want some white in me. Of course, duh. But I appreciate you currently G. Welcome to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. That way we can shout you out properly. But we are going to talk about 3 people today. But before that, we're going to get right into it. Our first topic is about Netflix. Now, I just got this email yesterday afternoon. No, I apologize. Yesterday evening from Netflix. So, beginning in January of 2026, what Netflix is doing is that they're going to be buying Warner Brothers Pictures. So, for those of y'all that don't know who Warner Brothers Pictures are, Warner Brothers Pictures is like one of the most all-time rated films for movies ever. I'm talking about Warner Brothers Films has had Academy Awards. They've been nominated for all types of awards. And they're one of the best motion films of all time. They've had some of the most legendary movies ever in the world. Now, for Netflix to be able to take over Warner Brothers, that means huge business. So Netflix is really about to take off from here on out. And I'm so proud of Netflix for doing this, because it's going to open opportunities for them. That means they're going to be able to take over HBO Max. They're going to be able to take over their TV shows, their live streams. They're going to be able to take over their movies. They're going to be able to pretty much have control of HBO Max, Warner Brothers Pictures, and everything that they do. So what do you all think about this move? Do you all think this is a good move, a great move by Netflix, or do you think it's a bad move? To me, I think it's going to be a great move for Netflix, because what better way to have control, or what better way to get more recognition than to take over HBO Max and its streams and take over Warner Brothers? One of the best motion films of all time to take over. That is huge money for them. And for the first person that we're going to officially talk about is Trent Noah. We got Timothy Thompson back in the building. Hey, Timothy Thompson, welcome back once again, my man. Welcome back. It's so good to see you once again on the live stream, and we thank you for tuning in to the 153rd episode of the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. I'm so excited and so happy to see you here once again, Timothy Thompson. Always. It's always great having you here. But if you're all asking a question on who Trent Noah is, I'll answer that. So Trent Noah used to go to Harlan County High School, and that's where he played Harlan County High School basketball. Now, he will be known for being one of the all-time greatest basketball players ever in Harlan County High School history. He's broke records, and he's done more than a lot of the basketball players down there. In the 17 years that I've seen at the Harlan County High School, I've watched him play like 2 or 3 times, and he is that good. So he'll definitely be one of the all-time greatest basketball players down there in Harlan County High School. But last year, he recently went to the University of Kentucky, and now he's playing for the University of Kentucky men's basketball team. At first, he was on the bench as the 9th or 10th player, but as players got injured, Trent Noah had no choice but to step up. And what did he do? He stepped up in a huge way for us last year, and that meant something to us a lot. So I'm very proud of Trent Noah for stepping up when he needed to. And my day's going pretty good. We are about to go down to work for the Blue and White for about 6.5 hours. So I'll be back later on for the 154th episode of the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. And we're going to spice things up and talk sexy talk later on tonight. But with Trent Noah, now he's coming off the bench as the 6th or 7th player. So with Trent Noah, does he have potential to be drafted in the NBA? I think he does. He's got to develop his game a lot more if he's going to make it in the NBA. My next live stream is happening tonight, most likely around 6:30 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. So tonight will be the official 154th episode of the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. And with Trent Noah, if he does get drafted in the NBA draft, he most likely will be in the 2nd round of draft picks. He could be drafted in late 1st round, but I'm going to say he's going to be drafted in the 2nd round. All right. Hey, we'll see you later on, Timothy Thompson. Hey, I hope to catch you later on. I'll be on back in about 6.5 to 7 hours. And it looks like we've got MD tuning in the building. MD, I thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you tuning in to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. That way we can shout you out properly. And with Trent Noah, I can say is that wherever you're at around the world, Trent Noah, wherever you're watching and listening from, shout outs to you. Thank you for representing Harlan County, Kentucky to the fullest. And I wish you nothing but the very best, Trent Noah. Well, we are going to take our only commercial break real quick. So we're going to take it for about 30 seconds. And when we come right back, we're going to talk about little Anthony Jenkins and my beautiful baby girl, my beautiful love, Shyla Blevins Raleigh. You all want to stay tuned for this. right, everybody. Welcome back to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast, episode 153. This is the 153rd episode of the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast, and we're going to jump right into the conversation. Hey, Timothy Thompson. Hello. Hi, Timothy Thompson. Always great to see you. Always great to see you. But we talk about little Anthony Jenkins. Now, little Anthony Jenkins is from Kermit, Kentucky. He used to work for the Harlan City Police Department, and he's always been one of my best, great friends, and always been one of my true fans. He's played basketball with the likes of Scotty Bailey, Little Derek Cow, Trayvon Long, Little Fred Massey, Eddie Conley, Blake Rutherford, just to name some of the few greats. Cole and Zach Wilson, JT Cabell, and with his cousin Zach Jenkins. And I've known him and his family for a long time, from little Anthony to Big Anthony to his wife, to Zach Jenkins, to Destiny Jenkins, to Terry Jenkins, Lily Jenkins. I've known the Jenkins family. The Hollins and Jenkins family's always been tight, and with Tommy Jenkins also. But little Anthony Jenkins made a statement the other day saying, I quote, "Pikeville is booming." I'm just paraphrasing it. So if Pikeville is booming, why can't Harlan County, Kentucky boom? So in other words, he's saying, if Pikeville, Kentucky is prospering, why can't Harlan County, Kentucky prosper? First of all, little Anthony Jenkins, don't be talking about my city of Pikeville. Don't be talking about my University of Pikeville, Kentucky, because I'll beat you down real quick. Don't be talking about the orange and black in Pikeville. I'm messing with you. I'll play with you, Anthony. But it is true, though. You are absolutely right. Pikeville, Kentucky, Corbin, Kentucky, Whitesburg, London, Lexington, Frankfort, all are prospering. So why can't Harlan County, Kentucky prosper? And I'll say this. Paul Browning has done a phenomenal job with bringing things back to Harlan County, Kentucky. I think Paul Browning's one of my biggest fans. Him and his son are. And I appreciate both of them very much. Paul Browning's done an excellent job in my eyes. All right, Timothy. All right. Hey, well, we'll see you later on tonight for the 154th episode. We'll see you later on tonight. Hey, you take care and have a great day. But it's those two or three that own Harlan County, Kentucky, that don't want to bring nothing. And it looks like we've got Nick R in the building. Nick R, hello. Thank you for tuning in to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. That way we can shout you out properly. And not only is it those two or three owners that don't want to bring nothing, but we have to use our voice also as people. You know, we can blame all the owners and managers and people with money all we want. And yes, they're a big part of things not coming into Harlan County, Kentucky. And I do appreciate little Anthony Jenkins speaking up. We need people like little Anthony Jenkins to speak up for counties, for cities, for the smaller states, smaller counties and cities. We need people like him to step up and speak their mind. So if what's stopping Harlan County, Kentucky from prospering? What do we have to do to bring businesses, to bring opportunities here? Not only does it take people with money, but it takes the people with a voice. You see, until people like little Anthony Jenkins, until we use our platform, until all of us come together and make a stand, nothing will ever change. We won't see no real change until we use our voice. When we use our voice and we all come together, and say what we want brung and what opportunities we need and what businesses we need, I guarantee you that things will happen. No? Well, it looks like we got Gain Eager in the building. Gain Eager, hello. Thank you for tuning in to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. That way we can shout you out properly. And no, hey, this is my style right here. Sunglasses with regular glasses. Hey, I've always had this ever since grade school. So I definitely keep it as a style with sunglasses and regular glasses. With videos and pics that I've had, you always see me with sunglasses and regular glasses. But the last person that we are going to talk about officially, beautiful and lovely Shyla Blevins Raleigh. Beautiful baby girl, Shyla Blevins Raleigh. I am very proud of Shyla Blevins Raleigh. For those of y'all that don't know who she is, she's from Letcher County, Kentucky, Hardin County, Kentucky. And she's overcome a lot and all odds to get to where she is today. I mean, she had to fight tooth and nail just to get where she is today. Now, I don't know if she's officially been taught the old school way, but the one thing that I love about Shyla Blevins Raleigh is that she is humble, very sweet, very loving, and very kind. As an outsider fan looking in, because I've been there as a music artist, but now that I'm a semi-retired recording music artist, I know how she's feeling. I know what she goes through on a daily basis in music. And she's the future of music, and very well could be the future of Hardin County, Kentucky. Could be. And with Shyla Blevins Raleigh, her performances the past 2 or 3 years have been incredible. From performing at the Polk Salad Festival, to the Possum Festival, to the International Harvest Festival, to the Swab Meeting, and recently, the past 2 years, performing at the Benham Howard Cole Memorial Museum, Miners Theater in Benham, Kentucky, for their Christmas musical. And the way she carries herself and the way that she goes about it with music is just incredible. I mean, I'm a huge fan of hers. I definitely got a crush on her, of course. But I'm so proud of her, honestly, for all that she continues to do. Shyla Blevins Raleigh, wherever you're at around the world, I'd just like to say, hey, I am so happy for you and so proud of you. And you are very incredible. Thank you for all that you've done and all that you continue to do. And I will be keeping eyes on you. And I know you're going to continue to do great. Continue to be encouraged. Continue to improve. And continue to always stay ahead and on top of it. I definitely see great things for you. You keep up the great work. And I'll be seeing you take them trips all around the world, everywhere. Hey, okay. I ain't mad at you. I definitely ain't mad at you. I know you're doing great with those trips. Hey, but in all seriousness, I'm very, very proud of you. You keep up the great work. And you know you always got my love. Always. You always got my love. All right. I thought they was going to have a parade here in Harlan, Kentucky. Let me show y'all where I'm driving at. All right, so that is where I'm driving to today. Okay. Oh, it's always great to be driving down and everything while you can. Well, apparently they must have had the parade earlier today, so We avoided it. All right, so who else checked in? Am I BT's S's Army fan? Okay. Now, who is BTS? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, looks like I got Sona S in the building. Sonia S. Thank you for tuning in to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. That way we can shout you out properly. And who is BTS? If you don't mind me asking. So that way I can answer that question officially for you. Well, I will say this. Later on tonight, we are going to talk sexy and spicy talk on the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast. You know how we do late at night. We talk sexy and spicy talk in the late night version of the Talking Ponchos Palace. So be ready, because it's all about sexy and spicy talk. And I want to say this. I always say this in every live stream in late nights that I do. To all the little children that are 17 and under, let's get our parents' permission. Please get your parents' permission. Why? Because this protects you and this protects me. So that way, no lawsuits are filed. That way, we all are in agreement together. And that way, everything works out for all of us. So please make sure you get your permission from your parents if you're 17 and under tonight. If you're going to be watching or listening to this episode of the Talk of Ponchos Palace 154th episode later on tonight. Now, I will say this. If you choose to continue to watch and listen and you don't get your parents' permission, engine number 2 going down. Engine number 2. All right. So, I will say this. We've got MV in the building. MV's in the building. Hello. Thank you for tuning in to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. That way we can shout you out properly. And I will say this. If you're 17 and under and you choose not to get your parents' permission later on tonight, you might be watching and listening at your own risk. Now, I'm a PG-13 man, but I can't promise you that we're going to talk rated, that we're not going to talk rated R and talk rated TVMA. I just can't promise you that. But we always have a great conversation on the late night version on spicy and sexy talk. We always do. And be sure you all follow me on Facebook on my regular page in Joseph James Holland. Be sure to subscribe to my Facebook fan page in Poncho Blazing ATM, or you can only subscribe to me for just 99 cents. Be sure also to subscribe to my YouTube page in Poncho Holland Vivo. And be sure that you receive live, in order to receive live notifications and in order to join the YouTube Live Nation Chat. And be sure to follow and subscribe to One Way Ministries and GFR Incorporated, Global Force Incorporated's YouTube and Facebook pages. And also be sure to follow and subscribe to my mother, Prophetess Princess Holland, at Prophetess Princess Holland Vivo on her Facebook and YouTube page. And lastly, be sure to follow us on Zang, Google, OnlyFans, TikTok, and X. Well, this is going to do it for the 153rd episode of the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in once again. And be sure to tune in later on tonight for the 154th episode, because it's all about spicy and sexy talk later on tonight. And keep blazing. Always have God in your life, no matter what. And we'll see you all later. And I'm signing out as of right now.